You.
What's going on? What's going on? We back again. Sports Bicker episode 10. And in this video,
Ten.
we are going to be going over the top 10 NFL wide receivers going into the 2025 season. I don't know if you saw Nico, but they've been releasing like the top 10, the NFL execs, scouts,
Oh my gosh!
and
Here we go. I knew it. Yeah.
coaches have been
Uh-huh.
releasing like the top 10 quarterbacks, wide receivers, running
Mhm.
backs. And you
Yeah.
noticed who was at
Uh-huh.
number 5 on that quarterbacks list, right?
I did notice. I did notice that. I 100% did notice that. A
Just had to make sure
1 year
you knew.
proven person, a person that's only been proven 1 year. But yeah, yeah,
I,
that's
I
interesting.
do agree
Uh-huh.
that Jalen is a little bit too low. He should be in the 5 to 7 range, no lower than that, no higher than 5, in my opinion. It should be 5 and 7. You want to put him at 5, fine with me. You want to put him at 7, fine with me. But it should never be anything lower than 7. I think um, uh, Baker Mayfield should be in that range as well. I had Daniels at 5, Jalen Hurts at 6,
Yeah,
and Baker Mayfield at 7.
for sure.
Him and Stafford 7, 8 to me, but 6, 7, 7,
Yeah.
8. But that's who I have right there. But I mean, these people get paid. This is what they do, and it's a reason why they put him at. They didn't have him in the top 4, but I think he at least deserved 6 or 7 at the least. What you think?
So, yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't know who's smoking what, because
Hmm.
this is redonkulous. And there's a reason why this got a lot of uh what is it, feedback, clashback, whatever kind of back you want to call, because this is about a quarterback, right? This quarterback has been getting a lot of hate and continues to get hated on for some reason. The only image I can think of, right? The only other quarterback I can think of that's gotten this much hate was Patrick Mahomes when he first started off, to be honest. Right? When Mahomes was coming out and was starting to be showing these signs of greatness, people were hating, oh, he's only there 1 year. Oh, he only made it one time. And it wasn't until like I think like the fourth time of him actually making it to the Super Bowl, people were like, oh, okay, wait, this dude is the dude, right? Um, and so like I see that for kind of a little similarity with Jaden Hurts. The image that sticks in my mind is him walking into the Super Bowl. He looks up there on the TV. Everyone has the Chiefs picked, and what does he do? Hmm, shoots up.
He's a winner, bro. That's what you
I
can't say
mean,
nothing about Jalen Hurts because he wins.
he
You
wins,
cannot
and
say
not only
anything about
that,
he
but
makes the
like
playoffs every year. He is a
he
winner.
makes,
He's a
yeah,
leader.
he's a leader, and he and
But
this whole
there's
notion
a
of like
but though.
him. No, no, there is no but. There is no but. All right, there is no mother flipping but. Okay, because when the game is on the line, all right, and let me guess what the but is. His team is stacked. The dude's on a stacked team. He's got all the weapons, right? Okay, but it still takes people to manage all of those egos. One, right, from a leadership perspective. Two, sure, he has great wide receivers, but if you notice, right, it takes someone to throw the ball to them. One, and two, to decide, all right, which player are we going to use or who are we going to use at which moment. That's all him. And lastly, someone still has to get the ball to them before they can average over 100 yards, right? And in the Super Bowl, he has better stats or great stats in playoffs and in the Super Bowl. Passing, he has a high passer rating. I think it's like 95.4 or 94.5 passer rating. So that whole notion of he can maybe during the regular season, sure, it might be a slump, especially now when you can hand the ball off to a guy to quote unquote I think it was Chado Chocinco or someone. He hands the ball off to a guy that hurdles people backwards. Okay, if you got a guy that can do that in Madden, I bet you are probably running the ball 60% of the time too, or more. So like, there is no excuse. I think it's just a bunch of hate because they don't see him like that, especially when there's these other quarterbacks. But the travesty and the audacity for these people to put him all the way to 9, to have Justin Herbert above him. Look, sure, Herbert could have a better arm, but we're talking about quarterbacks that I want to win with a franchise. And who has shown me that they can win? Him. Sure, he might be a product of his system, quote unquote, as well, but it still takes that person to know. And lastly, and you can talk because I know I'm going on this huge soliloquy or rant or whatever. The dude has had different offensive coordinators. You and I have both spoken about how important it is to have consistency. The dude has had to deal with different offensive coordinators, different calls, and things changing, uh, and he's been able to do it and still win. So this whole hate on Jalen Hurts, it's asinine. It's just plain
So let me ask you this.
darn
Let
asinine.
me ask you this.
Yes.
Last year,
Okay.
when they questioned AJ Brown and they asked
Okay.
him, what is the
Yeah.
problem with this team right now? Did he not say the passing game? Who passes the ball on the Eagles?
Jalen Hurts.
Okay. Also, did
Uh-huh.
Jalen Hurts not throw for 2,900 yards last season and 18 touchdowns?
I already addressed it. And how many did he run for? And again, you can't hold that against him when he has a running back that is literally jumping over people
But
and it's
listen, though,
almost a
wait, wait, wait,
guarantee
wait,
of
wait,
running
wait. If I
touchdowns.
ask you
Like
this, look, you
you
can't
can't
make
you're
him.
holding that against him. You're holding
I'm
his yards
not.
against him because he has an incredible running back. And that's a shame.
But
That you
listen,
can't
can
be
you?
doing that.
But can you listen to
Go
me
ahead.
though?
Go ahead.
If LeBron was on a championship winning team, he has a stacked roster, and he
Basketball's
puts
different. Basketball's different, but go ahead.
no. But listen though, if he
Okay.
only averages 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists, are
Yeah.
people going to put him in the top 5 of small forwards? No, not small forwards, but
No.
are people going to put him in the top 5s in the league? No, they're not going to put him in the top 5 of the league. They're not. You cannot be top 5 NBA player averaging 15 points. You just can't. And that's no
Yeah.
knock. That's no knock to Jalen Hurts. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Just because I say he's not better than Lamar, Mahomes, Joe Burrow, or Allen, does not mean he's not good.
But
You
no
know who he
one's saying
reminds
that.
me of?
No
You
one
know
is
who
saying
he
that he has to
reminds
be
me of
above
though?
those people.
Wait, wait, wait,
But
wait,
he's
wait, wait.
definitely
You
not
wait. Take a
behind.
second. Take a
He's
second, because
not
I wasn't
behind
done. I
Stafford
wasn't
and
done.
Herbert.
I
But go
wasn't
ahead.
done.
Go ahead. I mean,
You know who he reminds
yeah.
me
Go
of
ahead.
though?
Cool.
He reminds me of Russell Wilson. He reminds me of Russell Wilson.
Okay.
That's his best comparison.
And is Russell
Was
Wilson not a
Russell Wilson
championship?
ever
Is he
better
not
than
like
was what? But listen. Was Russell Wilson
okay?
ever better than Aaron Rodgers? Was Russell Wilson ever better than Tom Brady? Was
No,
Russell Wilson ever
no,
better than Drew Brees? Was Russell Wilson ever better than Peyton Manning? All these
maybe.
those 4 QBs were the while Russell Wilson was in the league, those were the top 4 QBs in the league. You would never
Yeah.
put Russell Wilson above those 4. Am I wrong or am I right? But during Russell Wilson's
I don't know.
prime,
Yeah.
he was a good QB. He was a Super Bowl winning QB. He was a Super Bowl MVP QB, right?
Mm-hmm.
On a
Yeah.
great team. And that's no knock. But when you're ranking quarterbacks, it's all encompassing. Do you understand the type of year Joe Burrow had? I understand he missed the playoffs. But do
Yeah.
you understand the type of year he had? I
But
cannot
no
put
one is
I can
talking
listen.
about
I
putting. No
cannot
one's
put
putting him
I
above
cannot put him
Joe
above
Burrow.
Joe
Bro,
Burrow. I
you're trying to
cannot.
make it sound like people are trying to put him above Burrow. That's what you.
You
When you
can't,
say that, that's what you're trying to
bro. There
say.
was
No one's saying that.
bro.
No
A
one's
lot of
saying
people
that.
were. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. A lot of people were trying to put him above Joe Burrow. If you get on Twitter right now and
Yeah.
type in Jalen Hurts, they were saying that he's above Joe Burrow. They were saying that he's in the top 3. A lot of people were saying that. A lot.
As a quarterback with as a quarterback with his I would say if we're looking at just and this is only looking at skills, like only looking at quarterback skills, then no, he's not. But at some point, right, you have to take into account the fact that the dude keeps on winning. And sure, he might be on a great team, but he is still that dude that is, quote unquote,
I
managing
agree with you.
everything.
I
He
agree.
is doing everything that he needs to, right? He's part of this play that now people want to ban, right? And all this. And the whole and to go back, because I do want to go back on the AJ Brown comment, like when have he was just upset that he hasn't gotten the ball. What did he do
No,
the next week
no,
after
no.
that?
See,
Yeah,
no, you're
that
not going to do
offense
that. He
clicked,
was
but
missing
eventually that
throws.
offense
No, no, no,
clicked.
no, no, no,
But that was
no,
in
no,
that moment
Nico,
that
Nico, you're
offense
not going to
still
do
just
that.
moved. You
You're
are
not going to do that.
hanging on that one quote. That quote, you keep bringing it up, and it's just one quote at one moment. But at the end of the day, the dude, they still owe one. Like that's why, like, come on, man. Like you got to get over
Okay,
that. Like the dude
okay.
is a winner. I'm not saying that he's better than Burrow and all of them at not yet. And we got, if we're gonna look at career, right? We gotta look at awards, right? How many awards has he won? And then yeah, guess what? We're gonna have to take into account when we look at someone's career, Super Bowls. Because if you are asking me right now, guess what? I might have to have a conversation and say Russell Wilson had a better career than Aaron Rodgers. Russell Wilson may have had a better career than Drew Brees. Because how many Super Bowls have they won? How many times have they gone? Right? Just because the team had like I'm I don't know why we're not taking winning or being present in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl.
All
Like
right.
we're not
Listen, let me
taking that
say
into
this. All right, because
consideration.
we got to
And
move
that's the
on.
whole
Listen,
point
listen.
of the game.
Hold on, we got to move on to the next topic, Nico.
Yeah, go ahead.
For one, Russell Wilson only has one Super Bowl, the same as Aaron Rodgers and the same as Drew Brees. So that's asinine to put them over them. That's number one. Number two, um, I'm not. Wait,
I'm,
wait, wait, wait. Let me finish because we got
Go
to go
ahead.
on to the quarterbacks. Number two,
Wide receivers.
we agree with each other. I said I would put him at 5 through 7. You said you would put him at 5, right? So we're
Yes,
arguing the same
he's
point.
five.
We agree. All I'm
Yeah.
saying is he's not touching the top four. The top four is the top four. That's all I'm saying. There's a case to be made from the 5. But we do have some comments right here. So
Yeah.
Lincoln Yancey was like, nah, Patrick Mahomes was putting up crazy stats. Patrick Mahomes was putting up crazy stats from the first time he got on the field, which is
Yeah.
his sophomore season. I think he played one game in his rookie season. He put up 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, and lost to
That's
Tom
fair.
Brady in the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
That's a legendary. That's really his rookie season, but he was a sophomore. Um, and Britt says she would put him above Drew. I think she's talking about Russell Wilson. I,
Yeah.
I don't think. Look, I don't think y'all understand how good Drew Brees was. I really don't think y'all understand.
How many
Drew
times was he
Brees
in the
was the most.
postseason?
Listen, Drew Brees was the most
What are
accurate
we talking? Are
QB
we
of our
talking about
generation
skills or
by
are we talking
far.
about career? Are we talking about
Correct.
skills or career?
I'm talking
Because
about
those are two
anything.
different things.
I'm
Those are two
talking
different
about
things.
I'm talking about anything. Drew Brees was elite and he just didn't have the
Skills.
teams around him.
Skill.
He never had the defenses that Tom Brady had for real. He never
Tom
did.
Brady didn't have the team around him, and Tom Brady still won. I had to give me that.
Tom Brady didn't have elite defenses.
He didn't have it. Who did he throw to? Who did
I'm not
Tom
talking about who he
Brady?
threw to. He didn't have elite wide receivers all the time, but I'm saying he didn't have elite defenses though. Did he
I
not
mean,
have
I
elite
would say, and
defenses?
you tell me the Saints didn't have elite
Not like
defenses?
the Patriots. Not like the
Oh no
Patriots.
way!
No,
Stop.
not
That's
like the
the if
Patriots.
anything, that's the only thing that the Saints ever had was an elite defense. Come on
Not like the
now.
Patriots, bro. Patriots. Bill Belichick was a defensive
Okay,
genius.
Lincoln. He only won one. That's interesting.
Yeah, he only
I
won
wonder how
one.
many times he
So
went.
did Aaron Rodgers. But I think that's a good comparison, though. Is that not a good comparison? Is Jalen Hurts and Russell Wilson not a good comparison?
I would say yes because they're both there.
They do the
What's
same
that?
thing.
And what's wrong? Like again, and
Nothing's
I
wrong
don't
with
know
it, though.
why
That's the
that's
thing.
wrong. Because I mean
Nothing's wrong with
that
it.
okay. Then why? Then why? If it's there's nothing wrong with that, then why do people cause that to make him go lower? When it's like, look, he has shown to be the leader of that team. Like I
Because
don't.
the people who
It's
are in front of him
crazy.
are in
It's crazy.
the people who are in front of him are better throwers of the ball more consistently, which is the main job of being a quarterback. That's why the
I would
four
say that's one of the
quarterbacks who
main
are in
things a
front of
quarterback can do, but like there's also other things. Like he
there
needs to be
there
a
is,
leader.
but that's the largest percentage
He's
is to
done
throw
that.
the
The dude
ball
has a
at a
good
consistent.
QBR in the playoffs, 94.5, 95.4. That's
Can Jalen
consistency, if you
Hurts
ask me.
can Jalen Hurts consistently make every pass on the field?
What do you mean?
Can Jalen
Like
Hurts consistently can he consistently make every pass? Can he
if he needed
consistently
to,
be
probably. If he
I
needed
don't
to, yeah. He
I
doesn't need to right
look,
now.
I
When you got
watch
a
a
Hall
lot
of
of the
Famer running
Eagles.
back like
I watch
that,
a lot of the Eagles. I watched Jalen Hurts miss passes. There was a reason why AJ Brown was upset. He wasn't seeing the field correctly. He was
and he
not.
later apologized for that. Did you find that cool?
Who AJ Brown?
Yeah.
And that's okay. That don't mean he wasn't wrong. He was correct.
Okay. Later he apologized because he realized, oh wait, I'm messing up. And then later he caught 100 yards. So what are we talking about? Like you can't
All I'm
take the
saying
thing
is
he got and then the apology, and also the fact that he showed up in the most important game and the most under the most pressure and balled out against one of the top defenses with his arm. So I
okay.
don't want to
I,
hear that.
let's
It
move.
doesn't.
Let's move
And
on to the wide receivers. Let's move on to the wide receivers.
yeah,
But I just want to say
yeah.
there's a gap between the top four and then the rest of the quarterbacks. I'm just
I
gonna
don't
say
know.
that
I don't know.
there's a gap. There's a gap. So let's move on to the top 10 wide receivers going into the 2025 season.
Okay.
Um, going into the 20. So this is I don't know how you did your list, but this for me was a projection of who I
That's a good
expect
question.
who I expect what the top 10 wide receivers I expect to look like in 2025. That's how I did my list. Not necessarily based on what has gone on in the past, but more so what I expect to look these wide receivers to look like in the future. All right. So you want to do how we did the quarterbacks last week and one by one?
Yeah, and with that caveat, I would like to say, I guess I did it kind of differently. And so when we do the running
Oh,
backs, um, I'll make sure to think of it as that way. I kind of did it just in, I did it more, oh man, I did it kind of like taking like overall career and everything. So if we're
wait,
gonna,
real quick.
yeah,
So you mean to tell me we didn't do the wide receivers last year because we didn't last week because we didn't get to it, right?
yeah, we didn't.
Okay, okay.
And then the only time we talked about wide receiver, we stopped at like seven or something.
All right.
You
So let's
know,
hop
yeah.
right into it. My
Go
number
ahead. Let's
one
take
going
turns. Yeah.
yeah, my number one going into next season is Jamar Chase. It's Jamar
Mm.
Chase. Um, I think there's more to come with that offense. They re-signed T. Higgins. Jamar is going to be getting a lot of one-on-ones. It's going to be another bloodbath this season, I think.
Mm.
I really think so. I think he's going to be the number one wide receiver again this season. But
But no,
it's
no.
really
My thing was to you think he's gonna be the one that gets the one-on-ones?
he
Your
has to. You
defensive
can't double
coordinator?
team. You can't double team him and T. Higgins.
No, but
They're
you're gonna
gonna.
choose to let him be the one to be on
They're
one-on-ones,
gonna
not
listen.
Higgins?
I think most teams are going to have to just play them straight up. You can't allocate. You can't allocate that many. You can't allocate two players to Jamar Chase and then play T. Higgins and that have that side of the field open. Joe Burrow gonna eat you alive. He's going to get his. That's just my opinion, though.
No, 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 no.
And
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
comes
I'm
to
just asking.
when it comes to him and Justin Jefferson, it was really hard to choose like who would be number one. Honestly, the only reason why I gave him the edge is because I don't know what the young Vikings QB really is yet. I just don't know what he really is. So that's the only reason why I gave him the edge, and that's part of the reason why Jefferson hasn't really been because I think Jefferson overall is a better quarterback. I mean, better wide receiver, but Justin Jefferson hasn't had the level of QB play like Jamar Chase has with Joe Burrow. So I got Jamar at one and Justin at two.
So I actually have it reversed. I have Justin Jefferson at one. I have Chase at two. just because Jefferson, ironically, because of your point, he's had to deal with some questionable quarterbacks, or at least he has played so good that he has made
Mm.
Sam Darnold look like a what kind of contract did he get?
Man,
Four
I
year,
think he got a 50 million
50 million. Okay, so
or
this
something like
dude,
that. I gotta look that up.
yeah, he played so good, made him look good, made the pastronaut look good, right? Made all these backup
He got
quarterbacks
a
look
hundred
good.
million. He got a 3 year 100 million with
Okay, so that's
so
yeah,
that's like 55 million guaranteed.
and I think Justin Jefferson is a big part of that, a big part of solid, and he has shown that he can he can do that, right? Regardless
Yeah.
of kind of the quarterback. Ironically, Chase has only had one quarterback, and it's the person he's been with. So, I
Dating
don't know
back
if
to
Chase
college.
could
He's been with him for
exactly
damn
could
near eight
Chase do
years.
this if it's
Six,
not
7, 8 years.
Burrow, and it's a kind of unfair for me to be adding quarterback into this for either one of those, but. And Jefferson also triple crown winner, I believe. I think he's also done the triple.
No,
Uh,
I don't think
or he
Justin
was
Jefferson is a crystal crown. Jamar Chase is a triple crown. I don't think Justin Jefferson was a triple crown.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't think he led the league in catches, touchdowns, and yards in the same season. But
okay.
I know Jamar Chase
No,
just
he
did it
hasn't.
last
He
year for the
hasn't.
first time.
He hasn't. So low key, in fairness, like after looking that up, like it should definitely be Jamar. But again, I think those two you could interchange them. But I already made it on here, and I'll stand on what I said. I'm okay with being wrong. But I'll still put Jefferson one and Jamar Chase at two. But those two, man, elite. It doesn't matter. It's a nightmare for whoever has to face them.
Nah, for real. Let's moving on. It
hmm
really is. Moving on though, I got at number 3, CD Lamb. You got Dak coming back, and the
Mm.
addition of George Pickens. I'm one of those people who think that George Pickens will only be here for really one season because his contract is up after this season. I think it's either his contract is up or he's going into his last 2 years of his deal, so he's going to be asking for another contract shortly. I don't
hmm
think I don't, me personally, I don't think the Cowboys are going to re-sign him. They might. I don't know. I don't know. I think George Pickens strikes me as the person who's trying to get the most money as he can, and they still got to sign Micah Parsons. So I just don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah,
But going into this season, I think
they
CeeDee
might
Lamb.
trade
I think CeeDee
Prescott.
Lamb can. They might. I don't know. I hope they do because they'll just get worse. Um, CeeDee Lamb, I think, should have a big year. He should have a really big year this year. And especially with some of the focal point coming off of him and going to George Pickens, and Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott stays healthy. I expect him to have put up some big numbers. I have a really big season
Yeah.
this season. So I got him at my number 3. But um,
It's
we got another comment.
yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, we got
No, I
another
was just
comment
gonna
from
address the
Lincoln.
comment. Go ahead. That Lincoln
Yeah.
said that who do we think is this based on who we think is the best or who's gonna have the best year? So that's the thing we kind of messed up on. We didn't, as my wife always says to me, communicate that to each other. I did it kind of who I think is the best, and uh, Zell did it based off of who's gonna have the best year. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah.
But but also we got another comment from C Note. He said 50, and that's it. Shaking my head. I got it wrong. So Sam Donald has 55 million guaranteed, but his contract is worth 100 million for over 3 years. So that's kind of crazy for Sam Donald, who really had his best year of his career last season, right?
Just 1 year, yeah,
And just 1 year, just 1 year.
yeah.
That's all it took, and he has a contract worth up to 100 million. So that's very interesting.
Look what
That's
happens when
very
you don't
interesting.
see ghosts. So
No, that's
for
what
for
happens when
me,
you have their offensive Kevin O'Connell as your offensive coordinator, head coach,
and you
offensive
get to
genius.
throw the
That's what
ball to
happens.
Justin
He could
Jefferson,
turn.
and you get to throw the ball to. But
Yeah, that too.
uh, my three is gonna be a little different because of taking that into account of who we think is the best and all that. Um, Tyreek Hill. I think Tyreek Hill is gonna kind of have a bounce back year. I think he seems very focused and everything, and I just I can't doubt the cheetah. You know, the dude, he is so good, so fast. Definitely last year was not a good year for him, and I think he's looking to try to look to bounce back from that. So
So when I honestly this past year with everything that happened, especially with the Commanders, like I was literally focused on the Commanders for so long this past year. I kind of forgot about Tyreek Hill a little bit. Like
yeah,
he's still elite. He's still an elite wide receiver in this league, right?
yeah.
With that being said, I don't have him on my top 10. Oh, actually, I do. Actually, I do have him on my top 10.
Oh, okay.
Um, uh, I actually made two
Someone's
different
gonna
top
get
tens. I
left
made
out.
one last week and one
There's
this week.
definitely. I'll tell
But
you this: 9 and 10 is hard. But go ahead. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but my number 4 is AJ Brown. And I initially had him at 3. And the only reason why I moved
An
him back to
eagle.
4, I don't have nothing against the Eagle other
I'm
than I
just
hate
messing with you.
them.
I'm just messing with you. Go
I
ahead. Go
don't have
ahead.
nothing against the Eagles other than I hate them because they in my division. But I initially had him at 3, but then I had to realize what type of offense they run, who's the quarterback, and who's their running back.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's not going to be getting the targets or the opportunities like these other guys. But I think he's a talent. He's a true X wide receiver. He's a big, fast, physical wide receiver. But he's just not going to get as many opportunities, unfortunately. So I had to move him back behind CeeDee Lamb, who I think is going to have a better year in going into 25. But AJ Brown is elite, man. He's very elite. He does everything great, literally everything great.
Yeah.
So that's why I got him at number 4.
I mean, he's always working on his mind, even on the sidelines reading. So he's always, got that mind activated. Number 4 for me, I have Malik Neighbors. I went with Malik Neighbors. Uh, just the way he was able to carry the Giants, and again, like I hold a special place or hold high into account when a wide receiver performs well, when there's like a quarterback uh carousel kind of going on, and he can still put numbers up. So Malik Neighbors for me, number 4 rookie, has shown out probably the best wide receiver from that draft class. So yeah,
Yeah, I like Neighbors, man. I really do.
he's so yeah.
Um, my number 5 though, I have Tyreek Hill. I have
Okay.
Tyreek Hill. If Tua can stay healthy, if they could
Yeah.
just stay healthy at all, I think he's gonna have a close to a year he had 2 years ago when he had like 17, 1800 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think he has a lot to prove too.
Yeah.
Especially coming off the year he has. May not be the most to prove, but he does have some stuff to prove. Like he's still that guy. Um, and
Also
I think
take into
this,
account that Johnu Smith is not going to be there.
yeah,
So,
he's at the Steelers now. So he's gonna get a lot
yes.
of targets. Excuse me. But
No, you good.
I got him at my number 5, man. Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill.
Okay. I got coming back from injury. He was putting up beast numbers on the way to getting high at least high receiving numbers and everything, touchdown numbers. Uh Mike Evans. I got Mike Evans at number 5 from the Buccaneers. So dude's beast. He's so good. Oh my gosh. And he doesn't get he's so good, but don't like under the radar. Like you don't ever really hear anyone talk about him. But he doesn't he doesn't. I don't want to say he doesn't complain because that's a bad that's rude. I feel like, but he just stays. He's like, okay, I'm just gonna be great, and I know I'm great, and I don't need people to
Yeah,
validate that.
right. I agree.
Mhm.
So when we get into these like 5 range to 10, a lot of these receivers are kind of in the same ballpark. You can kind of extract the top 4 with, the Jamars, the Jeffersons, the CD
Yeah,
Lambs, AJ Browns. And I think there's a gap. There's a gap between those 4 and the rest of the league, in my opinion. So this was kind of hard trying to build this list. But at number 6, I got Malik Neighbors.
yeah.
Much of the same
Okay.
things that you said. He had over 100 catches last season and he missed like a game or two. Like
Hmm.
he is the Giants offense. And
Yeah, 100.
he didn't have an elite QB throwing him the ball. Like he
Think
was
Daniel
just
Jones is not an elite quarterback? Worth.
he might be with the Colts. He might be starting this year. He's probably going to
Yeah.
be starting this year, which is crazy.
Oh my gosh, the
But
Colts have been such a tragic story, but yeah.
Malik Neighbors though, man, he's so gifted. Next year, Malik Neighbors in 2025 can easily enter the top 3 wide receivers.
He's
He
my
can
top
easily
three.
if he gets
Oh
any
no,
type
he's
of
fourth, so he's right out of it. Yeah.
it's if he gets any consistent type of quarterback play, he's up there talent wise already with Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, talent wise. But if he can get some consistent quarterback play, the sky's the limit for him. He's young, he does everything you want on the field. When he gets the ball in his hands, he makes things happen and he gets open. So it's not a lot of bad things to say. The only reason why I have him so low is because I'm just not the only reason why I have him at 6. I'm not confident in their wide receiver room yet. They just got to show me, what's going on over there. And he's on into his second year, so we got to see what
But
that
is
is.
that necessarily on him? A room full? Like,
That's not on him, but that
okay,
could
okay.
affect how effective he is on the field. If he gets a subpar quarterback play, he might not be getting the ball when he should, and that affects his numbers. That affects how effective he is on the
Fair,
field
fair,
with
fair.
his ranking, unfortunately.
Yeah. Hmm.
So
And I think going to your point, I think the cutoff is low key a little bit higher than like the quarterbacks. I think it's really top two wide receivers, and then after that, all of these can kind of,
no,
move up and down
I
from one
agree.
season
I
to another.
semi I semi
Yeah.
agree. I think it's top 2 gap, CD Lamb, AJ Brown gap, and then the rest of the wide receivers.
Okay. Okay. So at number six, I got Puka. I got Puka Nakua. I mean, I
It's
mean,
hard, man. I left him off my list, unfortunately. It's
what?
hard. You gotta let me.
No, you're right.
When I
You're
get
right. I mean, you're gonna
it's
get that reaction. I'm
it's
gonna
just
get that
too
reaction. I'm
hard,
sure.
bro.
It is.
It's too
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. But no, I got Puka
It's just
Nakua, man. That dude's a dog, man. Now I know he might be going through some stuff right now. And that's why you gotta be careful about who you give your willy to and all that. But I mean, just
oh yeah.
hey, dude can ball. That's what I care about right now at this point. Give him the ball. He'll make those plays. He'll make those catches. I think he's a big part of why the Rams can go even far, right? So, dude's that dude.
He is. Um, yeah, man. I left Puka off my list, bro. But he's so
Yes, I do.
good.
See, no,
It's so hard. It's some people I left on my list. Like I left off of Mike Evans. I left Mike Evans off my list.
that's
It's just too many good like once you get past them top 4, like I said, it's too many good wide receivers who average 1,000 yards a season, who gets around 70 to 80 catches, who gets around
mm,
5 to 10 touchdowns. Like it's just too hard to kind of everybody's list after 4 or 5 is going to be different. Most people at least. So
well. I think like also like the NFL goes into these waves of like 1 year or 2 years, the running game is really important. 1 year, 2 years, it's the right receivers, passing game. Then the defense figure that out, and then it just kind of like goes back and forth, and and also kind of now how the game is played. Receivers all getting a lot of yards, and so um, it's interesting, and it's definitely
yeah,
impacting how we're making all this. Who's your number seven?
Terry McLaurin. No,
Mm,
no, 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 no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's my old list. That's my old list. Nico
okay,
Collins. Nico Collins. I got Nico Collins
okay.
at my number 7. Um, I expect him to have a big year. He's been the number 1 wide receivers on the Texans, but now he doesn't have no one else right now. Stephon Diggs is gone. His Tank Dell is out with an injury. It's Nico
Mhm.
Collins and I think Higgins that they drafted in the
Higgins,
first round.
who a lot of reports are saying could be a
Yeah,
dude,
he looks really
could
good.
be a
He looks
dude.
really good. I ain't gonna lie, he
Yeah,
looks really good.
and they
But
also
I'm
have Christian Kirk. So, what version
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
Christian Kirk
In the
they get?
slot. Yeah, I'm expecting a big year out of Nico though. I'm expecting it as usual because once if he's healthy, he's on the field. Like when he played last year per game, he could have had easily over 1,400 yards when he was on the
Yeah.
field. He just didn't. He just got injured, just like all the other Texans wide receivers on the field. So I got him
Yeah.
at number 7, which I think is a solid pick, honestly.
No, that's solid. Yeah. I put at number 7. um, I have DK Metcalf. I have DK Metcalf. I mean, just the dude. So, man, if you just think of a prototype, like if I'm gonna make a wide receiver in Madden, it's that dude. I mean, yeah, I know he's old. He's, but I don't. I believe in him. I think he can definitely be up there. I mean, and at the end of the day, if you're within that 5 to 10 range in the end zone, having that target just right there across from you, man, I like it. I like it a lot.
Lincoln says he would put the Mike Evans in that second group, so he would put them in that CD Lamb, um,
Yeah, yeah, I would
uh,
too.
AJ Brown.
I would too.
I mean, Mike Evans, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? But at
Yeah,
this age,
Super
going
Bowl,
into
won the Super Bowl too.
at this age, going into 2025, what are you expecting from him?
I mean,
Like, I can expect another 1,000-yard season, but I'm not
okay,
really expecting anything. Like, I'm not expecting something crazy. Like, I can't put him above Malik Neighbors and Tyreek Hill in the Big 25. Like, I just can't. I can't do it. I mean, he's not super old. He's 31, but I don't know, man. And he's splitting catches with Chris Godwin over there. But me personally, I just can't do it. But I can see why. Again, I can see why you would put him in that second group, though. I mean, he's
yeah.
definitely deserving of. So, not gonna lie to you.
I mean, there's
Um,
something about with consistency too. Like in Mike Evans got them hands. He's got them hands. If I'm in a panic, I throw it to him. If I see him,
he's
I'm chucking
reliable.
you the ball. Yeah.
He's
Oh
very
yeah.
reliable.
For
Um,
me, yeah, I already said Metcalf. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who you got at 8?
Amon-Ra St. Brown. Very
Mm,
reliable receiver, very reliable hands, solid route runner. Not the biggest wide receiver or really the fastest wide receiver. He just finds open space consistently. He's more of a
yeah,
slot wide receiver. Um, so that's really why I got him down low because he doesn't line up as the X as often as a lot of these other guys do. Because
yeah.
it's a different game out there when you line it up as the X. But I got him. I got him at number 8. He's very solid. Puts up good numbers every season. And he's coming from an offense who, you know, a great offense. Ben Johnson. They put up
Yeah.
numbers on that offense. It's going to be very interesting to see him without Ben Johnson. See how Jared Goff can still get him the ball. But I got him at number 8.
Oh, for me, number 8, I have a future Patriot, Terry McLaurin. On
He's not a
there.
future Patriot. He's not a Terry McLaurin is not going anywhere. Get that. Don't get your hopes up. Don't even do it. He's signing. I bet 100% he's signing before next Monday.
You better
If
hope.
not, if
Or
not Monday, he's
yeah,
signing before Monday. It's either on Monday or he's signing before training camp. Get that straight. I'm gonna let you know right
look,
now. Don't even get
he's
your hopes up.
posted a video by already now, and things are heating up.
Look. Miles
Things are
Garrett
heating up.
requested a trade. He put out a pamphlet saying, "Thank you to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Have a nice life. I leaving." And what happened in the
Yeah,
next few days? Made him the highest
he's
paid player in the history of NFL. Come on now. Players do this type of stuff. They do this stuff.
okay. But Terry McLaurin, regardless if he's for the Patriots or for the Commanders, most likely Commanders. I agree. I think it will be some story if he leaves. But regardless of that, incredible
Von
guy,
Miller?
incredible.
What do you think he's old?
I mean, you're not gonna, you don't want to pay him in the beginning of the season. I'm gonna tell you that. You might, that
No, he's a
dude.
he's a specialist. If you're gonna play him on third downs.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
specifically.
Yeah. Again, and this comes from, man, he prior to Jaden Daniels, a lot of the stuff he's done for the organization, the numbers he put up with the different quarterbacks there. Again, another guy, a carousel of quarterbacks, but still has been able to maintain his numbers. That's why I got him at 8.
Solid, solid. My
Hmm.
number 8 though is my number 9 is Terry
There you
McLaurin.
go.
Terry McLaurin.
Okay.
He had the best season of his career once he finally got a competent quarterback, and that's not a coincidence. He's been very consistent his whole career. 1,000 yards every year of his career, except his rookie year when he had what 950 or something like that.
Hmm.
He's had so many different QBs from Ryan Fitzpatrick to the Haskins to a whole plethora of Sam Howell, just a whole plethora
Yeah.
of crazy career backup quarterbacks that he had to deal with. He still consistently brought you 1,000 yards every season. Um, I think there's more to that to come in 2025. We added Debo Samuel. Again, Debo Samuel might not be his 2021 form, but if you're going to tell me that Debo Samuel will be the second wide receiver option on a top 5 offense from 2024,
Yeah.
he gonna ball out. And if he's
Yeah.
balling out, he's going to be a high focal point on the defense. And if he's a high focal point on the defense is going to have to game plan for Debo Samuel. When you game plan
Yeah.
for Debo Samuel, you're leaving open space for Terry McLaurin.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
expect him to ball out next season. I expect him to have much of the success he had in 2024. A lot of the downside of what happened in 2024 with McLaurin was that he was our only consistent wide receiver for a lot of the season. And when we played teams like the Eagles, who like to play a lot of cover too high, they bracketed him. They had the cornerback on him and the safety. So that's you're going to limit Terry McLaurin. That's what happened because Jaden Daniels is not going to try to put the ball in jeopardy of getting intercepted or turning the ball over just to get it to Terry McLaurin. He's going to make the right read. So with the addition of Debo Samuel, that's going to take some of the defensive pressure off of Terry McLaurin, and I think he's going to have the same type of season he had last year, if not better. So I got him at number
Hmm.
9.
Also, with that, let's just Debo helps draw in that defense, so then Terry can go on top, out on top.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that he'll be more open down the field because that's where he
Exactly.
he is. Number 9 for me, C.D. Lamb. I know that's gonna get a reaction. Yeah. Yep.
Ooh, at 9?
Yeah. Number 9. Number 9. I got him at 9. Again, I don't. It's just
Hmm.
he's had some injuries, and also I just I don't have a real reason why. I can't. I don't got real any analytical reason. It's just how I feel. Uh, I mean, I think he's great. Like he's a solid, top 10. He's number 9 among great company. Um, I just there's been moments where Dak Prescott hasn't been there and stuff, and he has shown glimpses here and there. But I think for me, what's missing is a little bit more consistency compared to the other people above him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I have necessarily seen that consistency with that, and so that's just my opinion, though.
Okay. All
Hmm.
right. I
Who's
mean,
your
I
10?
wouldn't put him that low, but if that's your opinion, I can respect it.
100%.
My number 10 though is Brian Thomas Jr. Brian Thomas
Mm,
Jr. He's much like Malik Neighbors. I just think Malik Neighbors is more athletic, but I don't know what to really
that's
call.
high.
You
That's
see the
high.
season he had last year, and who was throwing him the ball? Like
Yeah.
he's a great wide receiver. I got him at number 10, but I don't see why he wouldn't be at number 10 in my opinion. But um, he's young. He had like almost 1,200 yards last season. I think he had 10 touchdowns at least or something like that.
Hmm.
Um, and now you add Travis Hunter over there. I ain't
Depends
gonna
what they
lie.
do with him too.
If Trevor Lawrence can play up to the level he's supposed to play at,
Yeah,
he's i.e. supposed to play at. Brian Thomas, that offense should be elite.
yeah.
The offense should be elite, man. Like Tank Bigsby, Travis Etienne,
In the same
uh,
backfield.
Brian Thomas Jr., the number 2 overall pick. I forgot his name. I just said it, but
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter. I don't know who they have at tight end, but that's it. Those 4 guys with Trevor Lawrence,
Yeah.
like Trevor Lawrence should eat offensively. I don't see why. If he doesn't have a good year this year, it's just not good. Like I think he's damn near a bust at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
he has the weapons. I don't know how elite that offensive line is, but he definitely has the weapons. I think I expect big things from more of the same, at least from Brian Thomas coming into the sophomore year, if not taking a leap forward. So I got him at my number 10, man.
Okay. And then for me at number 10, I got Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, dude,
Okay.
he's there. He's there. He's reliable. Um, a little bit more calm headed than Jameer Wilson. So
Are you talking about
but
not Jameer Wilson? You're talking about
oh, Williams.
Williams. Williams, yeah. Yeah, man. He was
Yeah,
humping the ground when he played us last
he
season.
was he was doing yeah he was
Like, what type of
he was
shit?
doing he cost him I think a couple times unsportsmanlike conduct for celebration. So yeah, I mean definitely a very great asset for that Detroit Lions, and you have to put a Detroit Lions up there. So yeah, yeah. Any honorable mentions you want to throw out there?
Yeah, I mean, Mike Evans. Mike
Okay,
Evans
Mike
is
Evans.
definitely
Right.
Mike Evans is definitely one of my honorable mentions. Um uh Puka Nakua. Puka Nakua could have easily been 5, just like how you had him at what you had him at 4 or 5.
I
He could
had
have
him at
easily been
6.
he could have easily been up there.
Yeah.
Um I just think these guys are going to have a better year than him, honestly. And it's hard to say that because we don't know. And all these guys are
Yeah.
so good. There's so many
So
good
yeah,
wide
right now
receivers.
you got Brian Thomas above Puka. Wow.
I do. I do. I mean,
Yeah, but I
who
mean
had the better
again,
year? Who had the better year in 2024?
yeah, Lincoln, my 7 and 8 was let me see. My 7 and 8. My 7 I know is controversial, and I could this would if I was to move someone out, it might be this person, but I want to give him one more chance. But my 7 is Metcalf, and then my 8 is Terry McLaurin. So, but yeah.
You had Terry
Uh,
higher than me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you swayed me a little, but also like, I mean, and this this might not be the best thing to use for sports takes, but when I play Madden, I got drafted by the Commanders, and I had Terry for like 4 years before I, decided to sign with the Patriots. And I'll tell you what, having him, man, I just chucked the ball. Like I just had to like stand in the pocket long enough. But if I saw him beat the wide receiver, like he was so fast, and you see that in the game. There's a reason why he's consistently over 1,000 yards. So,
Facts.
but yeah, the one honorable mention, and I know Lincoln's gonna like this. Cooper Cup. Um, I did have an issue about his age, but I think he's one of those people that he can still. I don't think age matters. It's more about as long as he's just in the, he will be in the right spot wherever you draw him up. So that counts for a lot. And also,
Devontae
yeah,
Adams.
Devontae Adams. We both did not have him on there. What is up with that? Why
Well,
is it? Because he just had such
he's
a bad year last year.
I think that we kind of forgot about him because he was on the Jets. The Jets was just bad last year.
True.
And
Got
I
traded
don't
to the
know.
Jets from a worse team. Went from one bad
It's
team to another bad
crazy.
team.
It's crazy because he could easily be the number 1 on the Rams. I think the Rams legit have 2 number 1 wide receivers with Matthew Stafford and Kyron Williams as the running back, who's a solid running back. The Rams are scary 2025. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. They are.
They
They
are
might be the second. They might be the second best team in the NFC next season,
100%.
behind the Commanders. No, I'm just playing. Behind the Eagles. Behind the Eagles.
You know
I'm
who
just
else
playing.
we
Behind
didn't
the Eagles.
talk about?
Who?
Garrett Wilson. The dude just got paid.
Yeah, but who's throwing the ball? Justin Fields. Like he's
Yeah.
going. What is he going to put up? He's going to put up 1,500 yards with Justin Fields.
But you see, that's why, like, some of the people that I picked, I took that, excuse me, I feel like that has to
Oh
be
yeah,
taken
you
into
did yours
account.
different. You did yours different.
Like, that was a
Yeah,
big part of like, I really just picked just some people who I liked and people that came to my mind. I'm like, oh yeah, this dude is definitely up. But there was a part where I was like, okay, who's throwing the ball? And my reason for why Jefferson is above Chase is if these wide receivers can play or make numbers with different quarterbacks and they're not, the best or great, that should be taken into account for a wide receiver because that shows more that the wide receiver's talented than hey, it's just the connection or whatever. It's more the
facts,
QB, you know. Okay,
facts. Yeah,
okay. I
yeah.
want to switch
There's
to
plenty
NBA
more. There's plenty, but yeah, we can
or
do running backs. I was thinking we could do running backs next
next
week.
week.
I wanted to mention some of the recent NFL news. Like I didn't even know
Yeah,
this, but
go for
Najee
it.
Harris is placed on active / non-football injury list to begin training camp because of his eye. He sustained it through fireworks, I think.
Yeah,
So that's something that's interesting. To hear. Also, there was something else. Oh, TJ
TJ
Watt got
Watt.
signed. He's the highest paid player in the NFL right now, contract wise.
Okay.
For over the next 3 years, his contract is worth up to 123 million. 123 million for him, which is well deserved. I mean, he's elite. If it's not um um the Browns edge, I can't remember his name. Miles Garrett is TJ Watt.
Yeah.
So
I
that's one
love the
thing.
pettiness. I don't know if it's pettiness, but I love the fact that it's just 1 million over.
Yeah, it's literally Miles Garrett. No, it's Miles Garrett. Yeah, it's 1 million. It's just 1 million.
One
Like
just 1 million over.
these players are they're petty, bro. They're ego driven. I understand you got to get paid, but why does it matter if it's more than Miles Garrett? Like
Yeah.
like literally. And then like the contract is worth up to 123 million. So
Hmm.
he's not guaranteed to get that money, you know.
No.
So he might not like. Why does it matter that you got 1 more million more than Miles Garrett? I find that kind of strange. We also forgot C Note. He said, "Philosophy King stands on business."
You know it.
You be standing on business, bro.
No, yeah.
And when you
You
have your
know it.
takes, you stand on it. You
I
stand on
stand
it.
by them. I'm not gonna swivel and I'm not gonna be, but this is the thing. Like I feel like this is one thing that might make me different. Not that I'm trying to be, like all of that, but hey, I'm okay with being wrong. 100%. I know for a fact I am not the smartest. I am not the best sports guy taker person, right? The best pundit. But I just, I gotta go with my gut because I can't sway from what I believe in. And if it's
As
wrong,
you should.
hey, I got growth mindset and I can learn, which is something that
As you
some
should.
people do not have in this world. But
As
yeah,
you
TJ
should,
Watt.
man.
TJ Watt, 30 years old. Miles Garrett, 29, getting
They came
paid
in the
more than
same
Miles
draft class,
Garrett.
though.
Came in the same draft class. How many defensive player of the years has TJ won?
How many defensive players years does he have?
Yeah, yeah.
I think he has two. If
Okay.
I'm not mistaken. Let me see because that's an interesting question. Oh, it's only one. He only has 2021 when he recorded 22 and a half sacks. um,
Okay.
which is crazy. That's an
That's
absurd amount. He's better than JJ Watt, which is crazy to say, right?
No. Maybe.
What you mean, no?
Because even JJ acknowledged that his brother was better, and his brother it didn't. I think JJ talked about how there were like it took him a year or two to kind of learn, and TJ came in and was balling from the get
Oh
go.
no, 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 no. I said TJ. I said TJ's better than JJ.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
my
yeah,
bad,
yeah,
my bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
then
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with that.
So,
I agree with that. Okay. What other news?
um, that's pretty much it, man. We got about 5 more minutes before I gotta get up out of here. But
Okay.
Terry hasn't signed yet, man. Terry hasn't signed yet, and I expect
If he
my
wants
guys.
money, there's a team in
He
Boston
wants.
that has
You know
money.
what I think? I think he'll get
Hmm.
signed. We got Von Miller in here, which is our edge rusher. We signed our second round pick. I don't know if you noticed, but no second round picks have been signed
Mm,
other than
that.
two: Carson Schlesinger for the Browns and Jaden Higgins for the Texans. Those were the only
No,
two.
Jaden got signed. I think Jaden
Yeah,
signed.
no, I'm saying those were the only two that got signed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Every other second round pick did not get signed up until like yesterday. So they're starting to come in now. Like we just signed our second round pick. There's a few that got signed earlier today and yesterday. So we should. They just want their money, man. They want their
Yeah.
money. Also, I don't know if you read the story because I be tapped in. I try, well, at least I try to stay tapped in to the NFL. But there is a story that's currently out. I can't remember where the article is. I think it's somewhere on ESPN. The NFL has been colluding against the Players Association
Hmm.
um, regarding guaranteed money. And
Mm,
why I say that is they pretty much have been um, having meetings without the player association representatives there to lessen the amount of guaranteed money that they're going to be offering future players. And they're kind of like meeting with each other, like, hey, don't offer this much money because it's going to set a precedent going forward. And typically those meetings have the Players Association representatives there. Like I can't remember his name, but there's players there from each team that represent the players themselves in these meetings, and they were held out of it. And that's why we see all this news right now, because some of these the NFL is the only big sport in America where they don't get guaranteed money. They don't have guaranteed
mm.
contracts. They get a guaranteed amount, but they don't get guaranteed contracts. Like um
You're
OKC, they
telling
just
me
signed.
you're telling me William Boss Tweeds out there are colluding and doing some shady stuff? Ooh,
Man, they treat this shit
never
like a
would have
goddamn
guessed that.
slave factory. They making millions, but they treat this shit like a slave factory,
Man,
bro. You can't tell me like OKC just signed what half a billion dollars for three players,
yeah.
damn near all guaranteed money in the NFL. You come to NFL, they got all these different contracts and only a portion of it is guaranteed. And you playing this physical ass sport where you can get hurt for the rest of your life and not be able to walk right. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing? So I think
I mean, you
that's
heard
part of the
about it,
reason
and
why
yeah,
that's part of the reason why these second round picks are making like these players are sitting out like that. Shamar Stewart, they want their money, bro. This
but
like
Shamar's first round.
on any given play, they could be out for the rest of their career.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to think about, but that's true.
No, it's true, and Shamar going back to practice for Texas A&M. Usually, that's pretty interesting.
Yep.
But yeah. Also, as we're wrapping up, two things. One, how was that Cooper flag? Because last time I saw you was Cooper flag versus Bronny. You was watching that game.
Yeah, I was. Roddy was locking him up, man. He was locking
Hey,
Cooper Flag down, bro. Bronny got better. Bronny got better. I can't wait to see him in year 3. Year 3, Bronny might be a starter in the league. He might be a
I
starting
don't
two
know.
guard.
Don't doubt the dude. Don't doubt
They
him.
might trade
Don't doubt
Austin
him.
Reeves and play Luca, Bronny, and whoever else.
LeBron.
Or see, I'm one of the people who think LeBron might be retiring this season.
This is gonna be his last season or before?
His last season.
Ooh.
His
Okay. I
last
can.
season.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can. Yeah, I can see that. If he retire as a Laker or as a Cleveland Cavalier.
As a Laker. He's
Okay.
not going back to Cleveland.
You
Cleveland,
sure?
so he so for him to go to Cleveland this year, they would have to trade him. No one's trading for LeBron. They're not giving up any pieces for a 1 to 2 year player. They're just not doing it. It doesn't make any sense. So he's going to have to stay on the Lakers this season. They're going to make a title, try to get to the championship one more season. I think he's going to retire on his 20. What do we make his 23rd season or
Yeah.
22nd? He came in 2023, so this is his 22nd year.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see. But
I'm looking it
that's
up
all
right
I
now.
got for you, bro.
All right. I do want to say I went to AEW this past weekend to the pay-per-view, All in Texas, and that shit was fire. All right.
Did you saw Stevenson fight or UFC?
No. AEW. Wrestling.
Oh, wrestling.
Wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Got you.
So I saw that. The matches were good. Most of them were pretty good, but especially the main event. There was like three main event cards or whatever. Man, those were crazy. The female championship match definitely showed out. There was definitely some pretty interesting moves out there. I'll send you the clips. And then there was a classic between Okada and Kenny Omega. That's probably one of the. It's like it's more of a historical match, so it's slow
Yeah.
paced, but it was just cool to watch. And then the Texas Death Match, man, I tell you what. For anyone that says that this is fake, I tell you, go watch this Texas Death Match and tell me go ahead because that it was getting nothing but ohs and oohs and you sick from the crowd. So definitely recommend people to order it, watch it on YouTube because it was definitely crazy. So it made me lose my voice for a little bit because I was just yelling so much. So
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, man. Glad you had a good time, man. But I'm ready for some football, bro. I'm ready for the
me too.
season to start. Training camp starts Monday. I'm about to start dropping these videos out, man, pumping them out. I'm about to be on live, bro. 2025 NFL Super Bowl champions, Washington Commanders are on the way. That's all I got for y'all, man. That's all I got, man.
All right,
All right,
hey, y'all
bro.
have a good one.
All right, man.
Yeah,
See you
all right,
next week,
bro.
bro.
Peace.